What's going on, guys? Scopomar TV here, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a reaction to a man saying that music is not a stable career. I definitely agree with him. We're going to watch the video, get back with our 2 cents. I'm going to give examples of what he's saying in terms of having multiple streams of income as an artist. Let's hear what he got to say.
Being a musician is not a stable career. I don't like saying this because it's kind of discouraging, but it's the truth. As an artist, you have to know this so you can protect yourself and, learn how to keep afloat during the bad times. Because with music, you can have a really good year followed by a really bad year. It doesn't mean just because you're doing good this year, it doesn't mean you're going to keep going up. There's a lot of ups and downs. It's not like going to college and getting a degree and getting a job and then getting tenure and getting paid more and getting more benefits every single year. With music, you can have terrible years followed by good years. You can have good years followed by terrible years.
Now, let me stop him right there. A lot of people online love to bash the 9 to 5. They love to bash the career people. Now, like he said, in music, there is a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Now, if music is your only source of income and you're on the downward trajectory, a lot of people do not know how to cope with this, because if you see some artists getting locked up for transportation of, illegal substances, is because they are used to getting fast money and they are not sure how to fit in with society again. So therefore they choose the easiest route to get on a come up, meaning that they just want a quick $50,000 thinking that that will boost them back up. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a hit song to put you back on the charts, it's very difficult to get back into the limelight. Now, like he said, when you have a career path, you are on a upward trending gain in terms of your finances. Not only that, your skill set. Now let's keep it going.
And it's just a lot of ups and downs. And the main reason why I'm telling you this is because as an artist, you have to have other income streams besides music. Now, those income streams can be based around music, but it doesn't have to be just streaming and stuff like that. You can start a website, for example, an e-commerce brand, where you sell services, where you sell merchandise, where you sell products. Just being a musician is not a stable career. Just having other ways where you can fund yourself is going to be a great idea, because you can't always rely on the music income. Even if you blow up and get a lot of traction all of a sudden, that can dry down within a couple of years. So it's best to take the influence and money you get from music and invest it in other things, because that's ultimately what's going to make you successful. If you look at a lot of the major artists that are very successful, that have been in the game for 10, 15 years plus, they all have other businesses that they use to fund their music career. So if you're an artist, try to think about that. Don't just rely on music income. Find a way to make other income, create multiple streams of income. Just having other ways.
Wow. Y'all heard the man. Multiple streams of income. Now, like I said before, a lot of artists, they blow up, they make millions of dollars. Many people do not know how to manage millions of dollars. Y'all seen what happened to Sean Kingston. Him and his mother was out there scamming people, right? Scamming people. They got found guilty. And I don't know how much prison time they're going to get, but that sucks for them. And this happens to many other artists as well. Y'all saw what happened to Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap got charged with drug charges after being famous. Now, I totally agree with what this man is saying in terms of getting multiple streams of income. I'm nobody. I'm nobody. I'm not a famous artist. I'm not a famous producer yet. However, I shoot videos on the side, music videos. I shoot it for people, and I shoot photographs on the side. And I also have my career. I've been in my career now for 17 years. That's why I'm able to afford the things I have. That's why I'm able to be in the studio. It's not because of music. It's because I have other streams of income, other than music. Streaming will not get you rich unless you are on a major playing field like a Drake or whatever. So at the end of the day, you have to be able to figure out ways how to make money outside of music. Look at Rihanna. Rihanna became a billionaire not because of the music itself, but also because of the Fenty line that she created, right? Look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. They have multiple deals other than music. Jay-Z is not touring like he did before, but he is a businessman, having deals with the NFL, doing other things other than just the music. At the end of the day, many artists have a certain time span, like the first 10 years of their career. And those are the songs that people remember the most. And those are the songs that will be forever a part of their popular catalog, which is what they'll use to tour for the rest of their lives. No matter how much new music some artist puts out, it will be the first 10 years of their career that they will be eating off of for the rest of their life. Because at the end of the day, if Michael Jackson was alive today and he put out a brand new song, more than likely people are still going to want to hear Thriller. They're still going to want to hear, all the other songs that he did in the past, because it connects to people the first few years that you get out into this music field. Now, like I said, many artists, they're not used to the life after being in Hollywood, and they tend to go astray. They tend to want to sell products, scam people, do whatever it is and whatever it takes to get back up top. One of the saddest things that I've seen as an up and coming nobodies, right? There are people that were once famous that would put on these artist showcases, and they will promise these young artists, hey, I know so and so, come to the showcase, you're gonna pay a fee to get on stage. We got A&Rs in the building, and they'll charge these young artists so much money to perform in front of them and maybe two or three of their friends, because as an up and coming artist, not many of us can pack out a whole building. So you pay all this money to perform in front of your family and friends and a few other artists, and nothing comes out of it. But what comes out of it for them is that they walk away with a paycheck, and they're just using their former fame as a way to leverage, some money into their pockets. You see now artists, they're going into reality television. Like, say, for example, Love and Hip Hop is a retirement ground for people that were once, at the top of their game, and then they still want to somewhat be there on the TV. But we're in a stage right now where nobody watches TV. All these young kids, they're watching streamers online. Streaming is the new future. Cable is done for, but they're still out there trying to diversify, their portfolio, which is no knock to them. You got to do what you got to do to stay, like you said, up there. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be music alone. So if you got to do reality TV, if you got to do vlogging, the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not making any money off YouTube right now. Hopefully one day, let me change that. More than likely, most definitely, I will be making some money off this YouTube thing in the future, because we are only going to go up from here. So with that said, if you are an artist out there, do not just do music alone, because you learn so much more by being curious. There's a lot of skills that can be taught to you on this YouTube. You could figure out different ways to do many things and leverage that. I never thought that me learning how to shoot music videos or photography and having my equipment, that money would come to me. I'm not even advertising, but it comes to me because people know and they see my work, they see what I'm doing with my music videos, and they want the service. So with that said, guys, keep striving for greatness. You know what I'm saying? And don't doubt yourself at all. Until next time, hit the subscribe button, guys. It's Kohumar TV. I'm out.